your clothes. And when I'm through, why not have it go? Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world. Watch your clothes. And when I'm through, why not have it go? We paint miniatures. We paint miniatures. We paint miniatures. Turn on tuning in, hear all I say. Watch real closely, enjoy your stay. You'll see me painting from up above, and if you like it, give it mad love. Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world. Watch your clothes, and when I'm through, why not have it go? Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world. Watch your clothes, and when I'm through, why not have it go? We paint miniatures. 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 We paint miniatures.
Hey guys, it's Shoshie. We are live. It is Monday, right? Is it Monday? What day is it? I think it's Monday. Yes, we had a weekend. I slept since then. Hi, we've got a bunch of people in the chat already. We've got Bullos, who already wants me to get out a gecko, and I don't know if I can do that today. Ginger Biscuit is shedding, and maybe if she's shed, we can get her out. And Peppercorn is usually in her log, which means that it might be really difficult to get out a gecko today. We'll see. Hi, Joadag, hello, first time, awesome. It's great to see you here. And let's see who else is. Ravage is here, Rumble is here, Rebel Star Raider, yay. Welcome, yes, welcome to the stream, Joadag. And Madcap Miniatures, that's who is the company that we are painting the model from today, is from Madcap Miniatures. And you'll be able to get that link because I put it in my bot already. I put it in the bot. New guy, hello. Yay, everybody is here. All right. So let me show this mini off because we're going to just get right to it. This is the model that we're going to be painting today. She is a cool looking Demoness. She has a little skull in her hand. She has a crazy tail. She has claws. She's got a lot of claws, dew claws on the back of her legs. Horns. And this is her base. It's like a pile of skulls where I think her foot gets planted. Not sure if that's a piece of little tree. There's a bone, another piece of skull, and some flagstone. Where will there be eyes? We'll paint those in. I see them. They're small. You can kind of see them. They're small. But the cool thing about this is that, actually, yeah, the reason why you can't see them real well is the primer is kind of covering up the space. We'll get them in there, but yes, there will be eyes. And I've got a limited paint scheme. So this is the interesting. Hey, Lamunis, how are you? This is the color scheme that I think I'm going to use, and you're probably thinking, what? That's a weird color scheme. So I've got, these are the colors I've got. It's like complementary, so red and green, so mahogany and dark camo green. And I might actually throw in my black green too. I'm not for sure yet. I actually might use that. Well, we'll see. We'll see. We've got this bright pale green, which I'm going to desaturate down a little bit. Black, brown, and copper. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. Oh, Jamie G, thank you for the subscription already. That is awesome. 11-month streak. You are very close to you've subscribed for 12 months. That's a whole year. Thank you so much. Jamie G. There we go. Awesome. Thank you. Let's get some hype. Deacon of the North. I came to chew bubblegum and look at minis, and I'm all out of gum. Good, because we've got minis to look at. It's funny. Is anybody noticing the feedback this time? Because I think I know where it's coming from. I turned the sound down on my headset because I think the feedback might have been coming from my headset with my mic. So let me know if you hear it, because if it is, I'm just going to take my headset off and I'll be in silence while you guys listen to my music. Speaking of music, Bullos just requested Japanese metal, so we're going to stop. We're going to stop this right now and switch over to the Japanese metal right now. Hold on a second. There we go. Twitch stream playlist. Is it going to open? There we go. All right, Japanese metal, here we come. Let's listen to this one. Okay. It takes a minute to start, I think. There we go. Hey, how's it going? All right. Now, this is where I'm going with my demon. I want to show you. I got this off of Google Images. It's a DeviantArt thing that I found. And this is kind of what I'm going to try for. So what I always do is I encourage people. Yeah, hopefully I ordered the Earth Lamunis. So Lamunis is talking about that the 4 companies: Chimera, Aradia Miniatures, Michael Contreras, and Pegaso. No, that is Chimera. What was the 4th one? I'm missing. Michael Contreras. Oh. Nocturna. Thank you. Yes. Nocturna. Those 4 companies had kind of like a collab, and they all did a different element of bust. And so those are actually available today. You might be able to still grab at least one of those. So if you go to one of their websites. Yeah. Oh, is Minimax here? Hi, how are you? I'm so glad you're here. Yay. Minimax is a fellow female painter. I don't know if you're streaming or not, but you should follow her Instagram. Minimax Minis, I think, is the same name. Anyway, she's really good. I really like her stuff, and I've been following her for a while. You bought 3 more things? Yeah, I bought the Earth Element, and I wanted to buy the Earth Element again because I think it'd be great to do a true I'm derping. Oh, what am I thinking? You know when words just fall out of your head? Oh, wow. Well, we'll just move on. What is the word? I can't. My brain has just stopped. You're just catching into this Twitch thing? Yay! IG is minimax_minis. Awesome. I don't know why I chose the one with underscore. You might be able to rebrand that. I don't know what the rules are. Probably can't. I'm kind of stuck on Facebook with Shoshie's Magnificent Mini. Oh, sorry guys. Ethnic skin tones. See, it just popped right back in. I'm going to do an ethnic skin tones video specifically so that I can put that back up on my YouTube. Because those of you guys who know that I did my skin tone off stream when I was painting the earth because I had to figure it out. I had to figure out what I was doing. And now that I know, I wanted to redo it. A pistache. Hey, Darth Mullinex, how's it going? All right, so where are we going to go from here? All right, let's go ahead. We've got black as our undertone. I don't have any zenithal because this is bright enough. And I want that contrast to be super. I want a really dark contrast on this. Plus, she's a dark mini. She's a demoness. Okay? So the first thing I think I'm going to do, I'm debating. I think I'm going to have to go back and forth between this and maybe the reddish brown. The reddish brown is going to be what makes her look more alive. Whenever you have non-human skin tones, you want a little bit of red of some kind somewhere in order to make it feel alive. Because otherwise it won't feel real. It'll feel like a plastic doll. Okay, so a little bit of red, and that's going to come from our mahogany. And it is. And it's going to go, if you look here, you can already tell that's how it's going to hopefully look. It might look a little different. We'll see. So that's where I'm going to start. I'm going to put my gloves on to protect my lovely nails. Yay! Fiend Time, how are you? Thank you for following. I'm going to put gloves on. I'm going to put a mask on. I think I'm going to take these headsets off because it's not really helping me anyway. I'll put this on the ground. Here we go. Welcome. Mahogany is a color. Oh man, you would never put those two. I know. And I was looking at this and I was like, what color is this? What is that? That's burgundy right there. Rainer. Oh my gosh. Been forever since I've seen Rainer. And I miss you. We need to talk again soon. We should make a point to talk. Just not even about triptych, but just chat. Yay. You pumped for this color scheme? I'm glad you didn't tell me about it ahead of time. Yeah, you would have been like, what? You would have been like, what is she doing? But yeah, this is a color scheme. I wanted to go with this because I like it. I don't think that most people would choose this for a Demoness. I think a lot of people choose reds and purples, but I think this is going to look really cool. Now, I want you to see this right here. Think about what color that is. If you were going to pick out a color from your palette, what would you choose? I'm going to see if anybody here can guess. And this one is going to be a little different, right? It's tough for you to catch afternoon streams. I know it's tough for me to catch evening streams. I started playing Skyrim. Guys, I have almost all these different Daedric items in the game. It's like I got the Wabbajack. I got some other burning sword. I mean, I'm doing the Dark Brotherhood quests now. Light neutral gray with a thin down orange. Why gray? No. Nope. I wouldn't use gray at all. I'd use white and this. Fluorescent orange. This, I'm going to show you why, because you're going to want that pop. Okay? Gray and orange, I'm going to show you what happens when you use light and, well, we're going to see. Maybe you're right. And if you're right and I'm wrong, then I will be impressed. Because maybe I am. Let's try light, neutral gray, and orange. and see what we get. Yeah, I want to do floral and white, but we're gonna see what happens here, because this could have gray has pigment in it, so it's probably gonna desaturate the orange. Let's see. Okay, let's get out a paper towel. There's my gray. Oh, let's pull this down here, and then a little orange. Yeah, that's what I thought. So this is the color. It made a chalky looking peachy color, and that doesn't look quite the same. So that's why I wanted to show you the floral. And that's why I wanted to see if anybody could guess, because a lot of people don't think that fluoro is a color they would use. Okay, I'm going to put this on my palette. Now this is about intensity. This is something I learned from Alfonso Giraldes, Banshee. You should definitely take his classes. TM. All right. All right, now I got paint all over the place. Hold on a second. Now I have to get rid of that paper towel. I'm such a messy person. All right, watch what happens when I use white and fluoro. Good, I'm glad you have fluoro. Everybody should have fluoro for doing reds and for doing OSL. Get a couple different fluoros. The hardest fluorescent color to get is blue, because I don't really think there is I've not seen a good fluorescent blue yet. All right, ready to mix? We're going to take a little white. I'm going to take my fluoro. And there's pop. That is, well, you can't, doesn't even read. You can see it better over here. But look at how see how it's so bright and it's so intense, it's throwing off the camera. There, that's probably the closest we can get. That is that fiery color, whereas this, we could probably use that in the skin, maybe. Actually, if we mix that with the gray a little bit, it calms it down even more, but it's still pretty intense, which is good. So, Minnie Mac says, "Oh my God, that's the truth. I tried to use model color fluorescent blue on some glowing flames. I don't love the results." Yes, I find. Yep, Jim Wapple is the master of OSL. I feel like my personal opinion. So this is my palette. I'm gonna put these on. I'm gonna put these on the thing here. I just need to play around a little bit with which green I'm going to use, which darker green. That is probably not in, this is the dark, can you see that? That's dark black, sorry, it's black green, not dark anything. The dark camo green is maybe what I want. I don't even know if there's any of this in here. Could just be this on top of the red. Let's just go for it. Let's see what happens. I'm going to start with this brown. This is black brown. Yep, that's the color I want. I think that's the first color. We're gonna airbrush. Yep, that's it. Okay, and then this. I'm gonna make. Oh yes. Oh yes. And then the green, this. You use Createx fluoros. This would make a great OSL, this color right here, because it's pretty intense. You can tell they probably used a fluorescent green when they made that or something. All right, so there's my, let's see what happens. Let's mix those together. Ooh, that's a really gorgeous brown. That green and this has more red in it. This has more green in it. Now we're going to go back and add more red. That brown is our transition between red and green, right? Because what happens when you mix red and green? In fact, let's do that. Red and green make, haha, brown. Almost as I can just skip. I'm just going to skip the brown altogether. We'll just keep those two colors out. There we go. I like that. And then we'll have, that'll be interesting. I wonder what that'll look like airbrushed. We'll do thin glazes. We'll glaze. We got a YouTube subscriber just then. Did you see that? Slow Fuse calls those new ones tints. Yes, it is definitely a tint. Okay, and then I don't think I'll put this one in. We'll keep it simple. Keep it simple. KISS. Okay, and then we're gonna mix. What happens when we mix these two? This is burgundy and this bright green. Ooh, there we go. It's almost like a flesh colored brown. It's perfect. It's a mid-tone. Okay. All right, good. I think we've got our palette. And then we're going to do the metals completely separate. Space Magic. Red and Gray Make Christmas. Yes, not always. I thought this is what we're going for, Jamie G, and I don't think that looks Christmassy. It would make a really pretty Christmas palette though, I think. That would be really pretty. That's a good idea. All right, time for a mask. Always wear a mask, especially wear your mask, especially when you go out. But not just when you go out, when you airbrush, because particles go and they go in your lungs and then they never come out, and you do not want to damage your lungs, especially not with what's going on in our world right now. You just can't afford it. I know you think you're young, but don't be stupid. Okay, wear your mask. So I'm going to wear my mask. And everybody on my channel is going to yell at me if I don't. So I'm going to wear my mask too. All right. Oh, I've got glasses. I've got a hat. I've got everything, don't I? All right. Get this on. Dark Shoshie is here. Make sure it's fitting good. I think I need to adjust it again because it's not been fitting as well. All right, time to turn the airbrush on. There we go. Oh, time to plug the airbrush into the airbrush hose. Which I have a quick release valve like this. So I'm going to pull that, plug that in, and then we're ready to go. Okay, I have my airbrush bagged out. Push that back in. And then, as always, we prime the airbrush with a little thinner. Never put paint in a dry airbrush. Never, never, never. Okay, and then I'm going to use, hold on a second. There's a tangle in my airbrush hose. Come on. There. I always blow that through before I do anything. Make sure this is a little stiff. Why is it stiff? There we go. Alright, and now I put a little bit more thinner in the bottom because we're putting paint in an airbrush, and most of these airbrushes were not designed for paint. They were designed for like liquids, very thin liquids. Alright, so we're going to start with this green. And I'm going to put a few drops in there and stir that around with the old craft brush like this. Okay. That looks, and I pull that up on the cup and I can see that looks pretty good. That looks pretty thin because Pro Acryls already were made for airbrushing. And I am going to start by going underneath. All right, did you hear how loud that was? It was like a fire hose. So I've got a little dial. Oops, now it's too tight. Always test. You want a little soft dot just like that. You found out the hard way. Oh yeah, we're not allowed to talk about certain things here, just because we're trying to make it a place where you don't have to talk about it, right? All right, I'm putting the green on here, but don't forget we're going to add the red in a little bit. And I'm adding this as my undercolor. So I'm aiming everything from below. And I'm just going to give it a good little coat, just a thin one. And anywhere I feel like there would be a dark shadow, I'm going to give a little extra green, okay? That's good. Now we're going to add the red on top. I'm going to dump this in my garbage here. I'm going to leave that in there just a little bit, because I want that to mix with my red. So I'm going to add a little bit. I have to open that. Darth Molinex is just because I'm doing it my way. That's why. Because I'm not you. Alright, now. There we go. Now we got our brown. See, it's already brown in the cup just from that mix. Now we're going to layer that on top. Oh, my reasoning is because we're layering the red over. We're transitioning green to brown to red, and then red to this color. That's why. And the reason why is because that's what I'm seeing on my model, on my example here. That's what the transitions are. So we're using a reference, which I really encourage everybody to do, because your colors will come out better. Everything will come out better. Now, there's going to be some green in there shining through, but now it's going to have those brown tones, right? And now we can do the browns on the top, which we didn't have so much before. And it's very dark because the model started out with the black. Okay, so I'm seeing mostly dark. We use the burgundy. Now, we've got some green still in that cup, right? Now we're going to go with this. References. Hi, Rogue Sminja, how are you? Yeah, always use references. This is a reference that I pulled off the internet, and it's where I'm getting my palette from. Because I just Googled Demoness, and I picked that one because I liked it. Alright, I just added one drop. Okay. I'll start stirring that in. Now we're getting some of that. This is we're going to layer up some of our skin tones on here. See, it's still coming out brown. But there we go. Now it's starting to come out the peachy color. See? That is good. Now, before we get too crazy, make sure to get her hand there. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now we need to go straight up to the green, because now we've got our transition color. I think I actually might even need to go back in with some of my browns. We'll see. We'll see. We'll put the green in first, and then we'll see. We might need to go back and forth with this. You've never seen an airbrush used? Oh, that's great. I mean, it's not great that you've never seen one, but it's great that you're here, because we like to do a little bit of everything in here. All right, so now I used my spray through airbrush cleaner to get that to go all the way. We're gonna open that back up. Oop, that's probably a lot, but I put a lot of green in there. This is the bright pale green. Remember, we're gonna test. All right, perfect. It's coming through. See, it's coming through brown. When we start seeing the green come through, we'll start using it. Well, maybe it won't. Oh, you know what? Maybe we need to clean that out a little bit more. Let's stir that. Let's put a little thinner in there too, because that is a little thick. There we go. Yes. Okay. There we go. Now it's coming through green. Boom. Now I'm being a little bit more careful with how I'm doing that. Now, see how that popped? Look at that. Boom. I don't even know if I want... I think we need to glaze in some really soft reds, because right now she looks green and brown. But before I do that, I'm going to pop up the contrast a little bit more on the green. And I want that to be nice and bright. I'm not trying to use the airbrush right now, though you really want to. All right, so because we're going back to red, we need to clean our airbrush out. So I'm gonna fill that up, dump it, and then wipe it out as much as I can. There's a lot of paint at the bottom of that. There we go. Now I have, where's my dump pot go? I don't even know where it went. I don't see it, so we'll just go ahead and do the normal wipe and dump. This is not the best way to run things, because obviously you want to blow through some of that. ABW77 says, I prefer airbrush smooth blends and glazing a breeze. Okay, I'm going to dump that again. I really do prefer how airbrush looks, but I am very impatient, and I'm very, I don't like how I have to clean it every single time. I wish there was a better way, you know? It does take a little while, and you have to go back and forth a little bit. So we're going to go back and airbrush in some reds back into this. A little bit. There's a lot of green at the bottom of this, though. Let's blow this through. Yep, see, you can still see it's coming. It's thinner, though. There we go. There's a bunch. Almost clean. You can still see some schmutz at the bottom of there. Guess it's better. Yeah, it is way better. Way better. Like a big creature caster model would be perfect for airbrushing, or a big Titan or something. See, we're still blowing color out. And I'm just being a little bit of a perfectionist because I know I don't want that green to mix with my red too much. I want that red to be a soft glaze. Okay? There we go. I think we've done it. I think we've done it. Seems like it's going clear now. When we go clear, that's when I know it's time for the new color. Oh, there's a little bit of green in there. Let's try pulling this out. This is maybe dirty. Okay. Oh, did you see that? Look at that. That last little blast of dirty paint. Doesn't matter the size of your kit, blending or glazing, details are finished up by hand. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, and that's what we're gonna do. So here's my, I definitely want thinner. I'll put thinner in the cup. I need to move this just a little bit because I felt like I was underneath it, but I wasn't. Open this up. Okay. Now I've got a lot of thinner in it because I want it to be thin. And it's a little, I think I'm going to add just a smidge of, oh man, just a smidge of Lamia Medium. Because I want it to kind of go in the crevices and be almost like a wash. There we go. Let's see what happens. It's pretty thin. That medium will help everything kind of hold together a little bit. Maybe it won't spider as much. See, we got a little spot. Okay, how do I say your name? Zhao Bao Jia? Zhao Bao Jia? Is that right? Tell me if that's wrong, because I want to be right. Yeah, thank you for following. Okay, now I've got my model, and I'm angling the brush, and I'm just going to give it some little, I need to make sure that this is coming out. And I'm just doing really soft little glazes over the parts where the green and the brown meet. See, right there. Xiao Bao Jia should be about right. Awesome, thank you. I'm glad that I came pretty close. All right, so there we're going. See, now we're adding that red back in and it's starting to pop even more, I think. There we go. Okay. I like it. I'm just looking at maybe her face a little bit. There we go. That's good. Just a little bit more. Perfect. You're so terrible. I try to think about how, if I were pronouncing it with somebody's, like, where they're from, what it would sound like. I try to imagine what it would sound like. But not in an American alphabet, you know, like I'd imagine it in a different language if I was listening to it. All right, we're almost done cleaning out this brush. Let me get another paper towel. Today is a paper towel day because I don't know where my dump pot is. I don't know where I put it. Okay. See, it's starting to spray through clear. There's that last little push of paint out. A little bit more. Just to give a little scrub. Zhao is little, Bao Jia is explosion. Oh, that is so cool. I can speak a few words in Mandarin. Give me 1 second. I'm going to take my mask off so you can actually hear it. I'm going to put a little thinner in there. All right, I think we're good. I'm going to turn my airbrush off. Ow. So my Mandarin is not very good, and it's been a long time since I learned it, but I know like 3 or 4 words. You've forgotten most of it. I know ni hao ma, which is like hello, or how are you? No, it's how are you. Zai qian is thank you. No, Shoshie is thank you. Zai qian is goodbye. And the last one I know is like how to tell somebody they're beautiful is 漂亮, and that's beautiful. Oh. Your daughter is half Chinese? Yep, goodbye, exactly. 再见. I had a friend who I worked with, a coworker, when I worked in a bakery when I was younger, and I taught her some English slang, and she taught me the pronunciation. Yeah, 谢谢. All right, let's take a look at our Demoness. Let's take a look at our reference. How close did we get? Did we get pretty? We got pretty damn close. Look at that. I like it. Now, as you can see, the brightest spots are they're nearly white. So we're gonna add some white. I'm gonna take my gloves off. And you're correct with pretty. Yeah, good. Like I said, it's been a long time since I learned any Mandarin. Okay. Ready. Let's add a little bit of white to, I think, let me look at my reference again. Did I drop it on the floor? I did. No, that's white. Okay, we're going to do that. We're going to bring that almost up. So I've got on my palette here the green and the white, and I think I really want to add this bright pale yellow to it instead, because the white is a little bit, if it makes sense, white is a little bit too white. There we go. Just that smidge of yellow, and it's a bright, bright, bright yellow, so it will hopefully read, oh yeah, that reads as a brighter, lighter green. And we're going to paint that on her face. See how that does that? I need almost like a, okay. Pour it dry, and I need to smooth that out. All right, I need to get my paper towel here, because this brush has a lot. You can see how I have a big body to it. I actually need a smaller brush. Where's a good small one? This one's good. This is a Game Envy brush, and I just started using this, and I like it. Oh no. Okay, I'm going to have to go back in with my red here and fuzz in some of that, which is fine because she's got these cheeks anyway. Perfect. And I've got my palette already set out, so I can just grab exactly the color I need without having to mix it, because it's already mixed. Right? All of the transitions and midtones and everything are set. And now we can go back into the green. I'm blending carefully. There we go. Good. She looks demony, doesn't she? Now back into that green again because it's still not high enough. There we go. Let's do her eyes. Let's take this desaturated peach color that we had. I think that's actually a good one. We should probably go even black with the outline of her eyes, just in case. Just to give it that extra pop, because her eyes are so small, we might need that black for the socket. When my glasses are off, you're going to have to use @Shoshie's Minis to get my attention, just like Diomedes just did. How are you? Fiend Time says, so theme you are using is basically a deathly pale on which she has applied rouge, kinda, yeah. Yeah, maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's demony. Yes. Well, let's look at our reference again. See what I'm going for? There, if you look at the shadows, there are red tones in here. So that's what we're going to be doing. All right, back with my black here. She kind of reminds me of one of the creatures from Dragon Ball Z, one of those guys. What is the name of that one that is crazy looking? They're all like Shigira, and I don't know what their names are. I don't watch Dragon Ball Z, so don't hate me. There we go. Okay, so her eyes are blacked in now. Now we're going to take some of this with a little white in there. I need this to be an off-white color, which is, it is. It's still light. There we go. That's the first one. I flipped the other one upside down so I can use my right hand. There we go. Oh, I love it. Now, she's a demon, so we're going to have to make those eyes look really alien. Let me see. This one didn't have eyes, but we'll figure it out. We might even go with our fluorescent. Yes. It's inspiration from Diablo and L'Oreal. Bear with me. I got to... Mr. Bishop, wait a minute. DMR Bishop in 1980. I think that's how I say it. Can I just call you Bishop? All right, we got her face in there. Now we're going to need to go up in value for highlights of the green. And we may need to just hit this with the airbrush again, but I hope not. Let's use, I might even actually use a little medium because I am not a patient person and I cannot glaze and glaze and glaze. And so a little medium will help smooth out some of that. See how we're getting higher and higher in highlights? This is with the yellow. We can knock it back down with the green a little bit. Now, because of this is Twitch, we can't put any nips on this because it's Twitch. But if I were painting this on my own, I would. Okay. There we go. Give her a little bit more highlight on her face because we want your vision to go back to her face. And I'm going to smooth that out because that is a very rough line. I can see my brush stroke. Put some of that light brown red into my transition here too. Somebody is banging on the ceiling. I don't know if it's Mike or what. Hold on, let me text him because that is annoying. It's just like he's having a little party upstairs. Ugh. Now he stopped. There we go. I'll just tell him. He won't appreciate that. Wait, just paint male nipples, not against TOS. No, it's not. It is against TOS. Diomedes, all nipples are against TOS. Technically, I think you can show male nipples on stream now. I don't know when that goes into effect, if that goes into effect or not. Uh-oh. My camera just slipped a little bit. There we go. The devil. Your quote of the day, all nipples against TOS. Yeah, yep. All right, glasses off again. I'm going to take a thin amount of this red because I'm going to transition my red against this green here in a little glaze. There we go, and in her collarbone. It's looking a little chalky to me, which is unfortunate, but we might be able to change. We might be able to fix that. Just have to keep glazing things. Sometimes it's the paint. I will tell you this. So, monument paints are flat, and flat paints will chalk. So that's why I do have some Citadel. I've got some Lamy medium, and that it will add a little shine to things. Let's see what happens when I add a little Lamia medium. There we go. What the medium will do is it slows down the drying time, and it really helps with the chalkiness. Okay. Hi, Penny Cricks. Free the nipples and stop nipple oppression. Ah, you guys are funny. I know, you didn't add any to this one, Madcap. I know, I like my models to be realistic. But at least your models are Twitch friendly, right? That's always good. And people can add them if they want. Oh, this is really going to be cool. I can already tell. Look at how cool she looks already. And because we airbrush, we were able to get right to the business. Business. Okay, that's too bright. Probably need to take that down with a little bit of this green. Yes. I'm going to go back into this black green and put some of that in there too. I like multicolored shadows. Okay. Let's do, I got most of my bright highlights now. I think I'm going to go ahead and add a little more yellow to make these even brighter, because in our reference they were brighter. Yes, I like that. We can go back down in with the green if we have to. All right, I need to put my glasses on to look at that. Yep. Hi, Stipend. How are you? Echo Chill. Hello. Subscribing for 12 months. Did I miss anybody subscribing? Please let me know if I do. Echo Chill. There we go. I'm just checking to make sure I didn't drop stuff. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and glaze back with my bright green again, because this is a little bright. I want it to be bright, but maybe not this bright. 2 steps up and 1 step down is what I try to do. So what we did was we went up with the yellow, and now we're glazing it back with the green, and it actually came out nice. There we go. It's looking more realistic, sort of. All right, again with this yellow over here, I'm going to demonstrate it where it's really yellow. And just notice she's got these weird claws. Let me look on her. It looks like all her claws on the image are the metallics. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go with this red and paint that as my base for those claws. That looks cool, creepy. Let's add more. Yep. On her hat, whatever her head horns, it's all this. It's going to be copper. You had a non-bristly end of your brush in your mouth and it almost flew out. Yay, you got a new moat. Awesome. You used your channel points? That's great. Somebody once used my channel points to put a hat on the geckos or something. It was really cute. It's funny how you can alter the emotes and put sunglasses on them. All right, flipping. See how this is changing? Look at this. The green underneath is shining up because I'm glazing this on. So it's giving us kind of a highlighted effect, which is cool. This is one of those sections where I probably want to use a bigger brush because I'm I need to get more paint on the model. So, because there we go. Here's our Raphael. This is a Raphael 4804. And let's go ahead and put that on there. There we go. Much better. I've been watching this show on Hulu that I don't know, some of you might be interested in. It's called The Great. Or it's called Great? I can't remember if it's The Great or Great, but it's about Catherine the Great. And it's really funny and really good. It's like a modernized tale of Catherine the Great. Obviously, it's not true. It's based on truth. But it's funny. And I like it. Yay! What happened? Luminous gifted a tier. Yay! Now you have the 33 sub emotes. Yay! Awesome. Which emotes do you like the best? Now we get to write min-max. Minis. Yay! You are now written on the board. Now, do you see how she's looking with that red on her helmet? It's looking better, isn't it? Now, so, her talons all to be this red color, because I'm gonna eventually make it copper. Maybe. We'll see. Yeah, I like that. And I feel like this in here is going to be that red color as well. But again, I'm gonna base it in red, but I'm gonna highlight it with the copper, and it'll pop with the red underneath it. Good. Okay. Let's just do her whole little outfit. Changes it, doesn't it? Okay. I've been losing my voice a little bit here and there in stream, so if I get a little crackly, remind me to take a drink of water. Good to keep hydrated. So, there we go. Get this back here. I got a tail protruding. Okay, that's drying. It's probably going to dry a little bit lighter or darker. I'm not sure. You can see the helmet already dried darker, not as red. For somebody who wants to get back into painting, you last tried in the 80s, would you suggest starting on a larger model like this and focusing on one miniature or smaller 28mm regiments and a simpler style? I would go to Reaper Bones, ReaperMiniatures.com, and get one of any of their bones lines. It doesn't matter the size. Just get a bunch. They're not expensive. And the point is you need an inexpensive canvas. Like if you were learning to draw again, what would you do? You wouldn't just start out painting. You would get a sketchbook, wouldn't you? So that's what these Reaper Minis are for you. They're your sketchbook. And you're going to paint those until you feel really a lot more confident and you've got your muscle memory back. Okay? Because that's what you've got it. You just need it back, right? Painting is muscle memory mostly. See, this is going to show up a lot better against this green skull. Once it comes back, then you can switch back to pretty much any mini you want. That's what I would do if I were you. All right, let's see if I can make something interesting with her lips. Let's take this brown. She's got tiny lips. Well, maybe not. Let's make that bottom lip bigger. You can adjust sculpt a little bit that way. All right, now I'm painting in her eyes. I just took the upper lid and I narrowed it so that it's not quite so big. There we go. These aren't the best eyes I've ever done. They will work. She's got an expression-ish, right? Paint her collar. Oh, I wanted to talk to you guys, especially my subscribers. I'm thinking, because Twitch just recently rolled out watch parties. And I have thought I would love, because pretty much their entire Amazon catalog is available for these watch parties. And I have been watching movies like, I would like to see like Goonies and Lady Hawk and Labyrinth and all these movies from when we were kids. And some of you guys are so young, you probably never saw these movies. So that means you need to watch these movies because they are awesome. But I'm thinking about doing subscriber only watch parties. It's probably, well, we could do it on this time zone. We'll do it on the same time schedule. So it would probably be on a Thursday or maybe a Saturday, depending on, you know, what people vote. I'll let my subscribers decide. But anyway, what do you think about that? Would you be up for that? This would be for subscribers, you know, just one other thing I can offer them as a little perk. We can hang out, and I would be on screen. You'd be able to see my reaction while we watch together. Stayed up too late? You watched Sharknado 2? They made a second one? The geckos are so cute. You like them all, though? You sucker for the adorable? Yeah, the geckos are really cute. I think a lot of people like those geckos. All right, so we are ready now. I'm debating on what to do with these knee spurs. We'll go ahead and paint those red as well, I think. Why not? Just to keep it the same. Oop, I got too much right here. Blend it in. Yep, we'll just blend it in and make it look like it kind of starts becoming leg right about there. That works for me. Okay, now we need to do a little bit of highlighting on her toes. James Tavern, hey! The last time it didn't recognize your Prime status. Does everybody have to have Amazon Prime? I think it's something that I'm streaming. you've seen a watch party. You haven't seen a watch party before, but you give it a go though. Okay. It's US only and you need Amazon Prime. Aww. Are you sure? That's a bummer. Well, that makes sense. Wonder what happens with the VOD. Interesting. I'll look at the info again and see, see what it needs to be. If it's US only, then I'll probably do it in an evening stream for the US people. We'll see. It's a kind of a bummer though that my international folks can't watch it. You could give VPNs. No, just don't do that. That's piracy. Piracy. Do you have to have Twitch Prime? It seems such a lot of hoops. Why did they even do that? I guess there's other people out there that have way more subscribers than me. I think that's what it is. All right, that looks cubed, kind of. Oopsie. We could just do it. We could just do a Discord party. I can stream to anybody on Discord. Don't tell Twitch. But I've done that before. Watched Letterkenny with some of my Canadian friends, and it's hilarious. But yeah, I would like to see some of these old 80s movies. Remember Time Bandits? That was a good one. I loved Time Bandits. All right, let's blend that down. See, I'm blending it, glazing it into her legs, so it just looks natural. All right, now I think we're ready for the copper. I'm going to add a little bit of extra to her eyeballs. Let's do some fluoro. What happens if we go with the fluoro? Crazy. Wow. Good. Okay, that worked. Nope, that did not work. Luckily, just paint back over it. Actually, it looks better now. Okay. A little bit of a ding. Ooh, that's a little big of a ding. I don't hate that, but I'm going to try to make that smaller with a pupil. Yes. Yes. Now it looks good. Okay. Can you guys see that at all? Not too well. US and North America, I can't remember. I know European viewers just watched the stream and played the movie themselves. Time Bandits, I know. I'm a sucker for all the Indiana Jones. Just brings back good memories. Yeah. You know what? I have not seen the Indiana Jones movies. Maybe we need to watch those. Mike and Sophia love them. I just don't know if it was for me. You're in the mood to watch A Fish Named Wanda? I want to watch some of the 80s kids movies. All right. Now, we're going to get in with the copper. This is going to be the cool part here. Before we do copper, we have to do brown. I just forgot about that. I like to use this dark brown bronze metallic as my first. Ooh, that did not get shaken enough. There's only 3. I never saw them. Thank you, Fiendheim. I'm hoping that Madcap Minis likes it, because they're the ones that it's for. Okay, ready for the bronze brown. This is the base color for everything. No, because I didn't shake it well, there's too much pigment, not enough metallic. Hopefully this will dry okay. We do like our true metallic metals. Yeah, it's gonna dry fine. Let's make this also brown. Yep. Having that red base really helps, because if you miss a spot, it's not as noticeable. Flip it. Thankfully, I have been I've been playing a lot of Skyrim, so I'm kind of got this fantasy thing already down as far as the mood I'm going for. I've been looking at all these Daedric weapons that I have on my game. I have so many. I don't think I have them all, but I have a lot. It's kind of ridiculous. Okay, that is drying. We need to let that dry. We're going to make her body armor, quote unquote armor, the same color. This is going to give it that Geiger-esque look, I'm hoping. Right? Let me look at chat. You watched The Princess Bride? Yes. Oh, yes. Princess Bride's another good one. Thank you for following. Jflara. Wait, Jflara? Is that how I say it? Jflara? Maybe Jflara. Hello, welcome. Okay. Yeah, a little bit too much there. There we go. We're making fast headway, and that's, like I said, it's because we did that airbrushing in the beginning. And I do like how this is drying. It is drying brown metallic, and it looks nice so far. Okay, let's turn her around. She's looking demonic, doesn't she? Each one of these, actually I should have done those red in the Fred Savage did ask if he could come back tomorrow. Inconceivable, exactly. Yes. Time Bandits was one of my favorite ones. What's the mix? The mix of what, Darling Molinix? So far, I didn't mix anything. I was using straight paint, so I'm not sure what you mean. I was using the bronze straight out of the bottle. And now I'm going over these little ribs with the burgundy, because we're going to put the bronze on top of it once I get to it. That is going to look cool. With that, just that little hint of green in between. Does she have a booty? She do. It's not very big, but it's there. Ah, the brush. Oh, there's. So what happened with the bronze was I didn't shake it enough, and so it's separated. So that bluish tinge is whatever the medium is in the paint. But once it dries, it kind of goes away, and you can see it looks pretty good. But it does kind of leave a shiny effect. I'm not sure what to do about that. And I'm debating on using this. Let's just try something here. I'm going to I took a little bit of that gray orange color. No, I think it needs to be green. I'm just going to take a little bit of this green and paint that. That's not bad. I kind of like that. That works for me. Okay. I want to keep on the. I'm getting distracted by my own model. I'm gonna have to go on and do each one of these little bands. Paint the top of it first, and then I'll flip it and paint the bottom. This side is where the print, because this is a 3D printed model, it's where the print is a little bit rough. But luckily it's shadowed, so it's not going to show up. But overall, I think they did a really nice job on the print. It was Shapeways. Okay. See, it's drying much less red. Let's go in with the copper and do some work with that. Just shake it real good this time. There we go. I haven't used these metallics in a minute. There we go. Oh, see, and it's still coming out. All right, let me shake it again. This time I'm going to turn it upside down and shake it. The trouble with metallics is it has actual metal pigment in it. Or, sorry, not metal. There, that came out perfect. All right. Here we go. Glasses off. Let's put this on her horns first. And I'm just going to hit some of the highlights of the brown to see if we can make it look some kind of like the Daedric, right? Like Skyrim. That looks badass. Very badass. especially because copper is a warm metal and it's looking really nice against that cold green. And overall the model is kind of cold anyway, right? Look at this. Just using the side of my brush to hit the highlights of that. Can you guys see that okay? Yeah. You want a vortex mixer? Hi, Sneaky. How are you? Yeah, the horns came out good, didn't they, Madcap? Did you expect this to look like this when you sent her? I bet you expected a much more traditional demon with red and purple and stuff, but I think this looks very demonic, doesn't it? And we're just highlighting with this copper because we want to give her that dark kind of scary metal vibe. Let's see, that's even still a little bit dark, or a little bit light rather. I like it. We're going to do all of that over here too. Let's do some copper on her claws and see what happens. Oh yeah, definitely. She is terrifying now. Okay. Nope, I wasn't expecting this color scheme, and when I was sculpting her, I had a fire and brimstone in my head. I'm super happy thus far. Yeah, she looks cool. Now, I'm curious. When like I said, I was gonna put this dark metal on here. Yep, I like that. What I need to do is come back with my, well, I don't even know if I need to do that. That looks pretty good so far. I always tell people, you know, you don't have to invent the book. You don't have to invent the wheel when it comes to color schemes. And a lot of times, if you find something else that looks cool, go with that, because you could end up with something a lot better than what you were thinking originally, right? Also, when you're commissioning your artists, this is a good reason why you want to give them creative control, because sometimes they will be able to dream up something you never thought of. I am Monix. I'm painting a Demoness from Madcap Miniatures. And so far, we're really having a good time. I gotta go back and paint the bottoms of this here, because we got the top already. I didn't flip it yet. There you go. Okay, and let's get the inside of her tail. She's got maybe tail jewelry. I think that's a good idea for a demoness to have tail jewelry. Where's my copper? Let's try this instead. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, I like that so much better. There's these little ribs on the inside of her legs as part of her outfit, and I don't know for sure if they're part of her body or of her outfit, but either way we're going with it, and we highlight it with the copper and it looks awesome now. Yep. Okay. Lennox says, I was painting a pirate. Oh, cool. Oh, thank you for the raid. I'm so sorry I missed it because I was, I appreciate that. Nuno Pereira. I know I'm pronouncing that Pereira. I don't speak French. I think that's French. Maybe. Or maybe Portuguese. It's Portuguese, I guessed it right. Haha. So, you guys, I know this sounds silly, but I follow this Portuguese chocolate maker. And the most amazing, beautiful chocolates. And she's got this beautiful voice, too. She's on Instagram, Chocolateria. You need to follow her if you like chocolate and you like Brazilian chocolate. Nuno, if anyone can translate, that would be good. The amount of paint bottles, I know I have a lot. This is not all my paint. That is only some of my paint. I also have paint all in front of me, and in 2 big containers, I have 2 big boxes of paint. Yeah. Yeah, who doesn't like chocolate? You were joking? Okay. Hi, Zen for One. I sent your package today. And I sent Ravages also. Oh, it's time for stretch break. Let's stretch. I'm going to show this model off one more time. No, she's falling off my... This is what we're working on right now. This Demoness. She's looking really cool. There's the back. We haven't touched the back. I'm really bad about just painting the front. We did an airbrush, Monix. Airbrush to start, and then I only did a little bit of hand painting up here, and it's not as smooth up here. Just a little bit. We'll get it there. So let's take a stretch break because we've all been sitting, and I need to take a drink of water also. You gotta stretch your back out. There's a cat stretch emote in there. Oh my goodness, my back is so. Somebody maybe knows about this, and lately I've been having problems with the back of my neck. If I lean back like this, sometimes it'll make a crunch sound. It's popping. It's like it's popping, but it sounds like a. It doesn't sound like when you pop your back where it's just like a pop. It's like a. And I don't know if anybody has ever had that, if that's bad. Or if maybe I'm playing too much Skyrim. That's probably what it is. Yes, I have scale color. And I also have Pro Krill, which we really like Pro Krill here. These are nice big bottles too. They're 22 milliliter. You have some of that, Fiend Time? How long have you had it? And does it go away? It doesn't sound, yeah, it sounds, because it's in your neck. You hear it. You've a few months. They told you why? Tell me why you had it. I'm scared. Oh, yes. I think my monitor is also, I raised up my chair, and also because I have bifocals on my glasses, and so I've been doing this. I've been looking, and I think that's causing my neck to be bad because I'm looking at my monitor like this. Yes! Raising the chair didn't help. I bet you it's because of my glasses. Yeah, raising the chair helped a little bit for me, but I still hear it sometimes. Yeah. Well, I'm glad I'm glad it, yeah, that's bad. Cat Liam's bad. Everybody get something to drink and hydrate. Yeah, and I know it's not good for your neck to crack too much. All right, Monix, big kiss. You have a good dinner. What's the difference between distilled and deionized as you wet your palate is starting to smell. So distilled water actually has everything taken out, and so that it will start to smell. Have you ever heard of colloidal silver? Now this is for pets, but a teeny bit of this in your palate will prevent the smell. Not a lot, but all right. Luis, how do I say goodbye in Portuguese? It's not ciao, is it? How do I say goodbye? Adios. 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 Yeah, pennies before 1985. It has to have a good amount of copper you can put in there. There's a physio on YouTube called Joe. She does self-physio routines for the neck relating to gamers and neck I'm writing that down. Called Joe Physio. Okay. And Joe. And I know it's because I'm playing too much Skyrim. Let's see if we can get out a gecko. Hold on a second. Now I told you Ginger Biscuit is in the middle of a shed. I think she might have shed. She might be okay. No, she looks pasty. I can't tell. Let me see. Come here, baby. Nope, she shed. Oh, she's got a piece of shed on her foot. Check this out. So this is my gecko, Ginger Biscuit. She just shed. You can see this piece of shed on her foot. See this? I'm gonna help her get that off because she don't want that on her toes. And we gotta be careful because I don't want her to get any. Come here. Well, we might have to help her later because it's pretty dry. But yeah, she's got a little piece of shed on her foot. But this is Ginger Biscuit. She's my amelanistic African fat tail. I'm going to try to take a little bit of that off. What we'll do is later on. Oh, she's got some on both toes. Okay. What this means is I'm going to have to give her a little bath later, give her a little soaky, little coconut oil on and a Q-tip, and we'll get that all off, because what will happen is if you don't get this off their toes, eventually it will constrict their toes and they can lose toes. Michael Jackson gecko. Oh, ask Dr. Joe. Thank you, Zhao. I appreciate that. Ask Dr. Joe. Dr. Joe. I will put that on my to-do watch list. There she is. She's a good girl. She's not so fussy. She's not nearly as fussy as a peppercorn. What are you trying to do? She's standing funny. Do you see how she's standing? All right, I'm gonna put you back. It's because of the shed on her toes is making her walk funny. All right, there you go. You go sit on that. Put a little water on her. She's got some, what do you call it? Moss in here, and I had it nice and moist, but she wasn't laying on it like she should because it's a little cool. There you go. White glove. I get it. That's funny. All right. We're gonna finish. Let's do some more of this. I need to put more brown on my palette because this didn't get shaken nearly enough. Let's do a good Puss row dog, exactly. Get a traction device. Madcap Mini says, I have one that adheres to your door, lay on a mat, and decompresses your neck. It's super cheap. All right. Send me a link, Madcap, because I want to see that. I just got a $150 gift card from Facebook because I do these, what do you call them? Like when you do a little info thing for them where you give them information about how you use Facebook. I don't remember what it's called now. Oh, I really like that metal on that. Look at that. That is pretty. Anyway, I have the money, so maybe I'll get a traction device to help stretch out my neck. There we go. Today words are hard. Even this, I'm sitting here like this, trying to crunch over the model so I can see, isn't the greatest. Yeah, that is lovely. And I do think having the red underneath it makes a difference as opposed to the brown. It definitely has a Geiger feel to it. Torture rack. Is it? It's Giga, right? In German. E-I Geiger. Giga. That's how I think you would pronounce it in German. All right, I need to go back and with my burgundy, keep doing these little stripes here. Now, Madcap, I know I promised you, I think I promised you about 3 streams with her. I don't think it's going to take that long. What we can do is paint one of your other models since it's so quick. She's coming out really nice though, but we can always do extra details, right? Madcap says, sent. The device is magic. You did PT for 2 months and the thing had you up in 2 weeks. Wow. Yeah, I like the way the bronze looks as well. It looks great with that green. She looks monstrous. That's the thing. I wanted her to look scary, not cheesy, right? Oh, good. So let's talk about this. Shall we show this on stream? Is it okay to show it on stream, Madcap? You like this mini wog? Good. It is a cool mini. And there is a notice. My bot has been telling people throughout the stream to go to madcapminis.com if you want. They've got a Patreon. They've got some free STL files. They have, you know, sculpting. You can get a sculpting commission from them. Okay. Yep, of course. Okay, so Madcap asked me. He was like, "So, if you could have any kind of model that you wanted, what kind of model would you want?" And you guys know me. I told him, I said male pinup, and he was kind of like, "I've never done that," and I'm like, "Well, a lot of people haven't, because that's the problem, right?" There's a market for it. It's not a big market because we don't have a big female miniature painting. We don't have a big population. But that doesn't mean that it couldn't grow. And there's money to be made on the internet. The internet is gold. And guess who has a lot of buying power in the household? Women. So the person who can figure out how to tap that market is going to be rich. And so I have been supporting sculptors who have been interested in furthering the male pinup agenda that I have. I guess it's an agenda. All right, hold on a second. I'm gonna show off the one that doesn't have the nipple, because, or should I try to show off I'll try to show off the finished one. We'll see. Hold on a second here. Yes. All right, take a look at this, guys. Hold on. Let me put my whip trips. I still don't have everything sorted out with that. There we go. Yes, it worked this time. Take a look at that. That's my boy toy. He kind of looks like a Twilight Knight, doesn't he? Anyway, he sculpted him really well. He's not showing too much, but he's sexy and he's cute. That's the thing, is that male models. Oh yes, let's give you the link. Hold on one second. It's madcapminiatures.com. Just like Madcap. Let me spell it. There we go. Boom. Hi, all right, backside. How are you doing? But anyway, so that model is he's sending that to me, so I'm excited. So I might have to paint that on stream as well. So we'll go back to this. Painting our Demoness. And I didn't get all of these little, it looks a lot better against that red, that's for sure. All right, backside, send me info if you are all done with that commission. It looked like you might be. I commissioned him to do a cross stitch for me, and he showed it off at the last whip trip, and it looks awesome, and I didn't know if it was done. It looked like it was almost done. And I need to pay for it. I think, yeah, I need to pay for it. Yes, hype. What's cool about this model, what is it called? Wog in the paint box, is that, let me be on camera, is that you can print it out. If you have a 3D printer, or you can send it to Shapeways and they can print it out for you. This one was printed by Shapeways, and they did a really good job. We did a kind of a box opening, and I have to say I wasn't impressed with Shapeways when they first started doing this, but they have upped their game a lot, and I would say they're pretty much good. They're really good. There's still a little bit of print marks and stuff, but you know what? You're always going to have that a little bit. But I feel like that the smoothness that they got was pretty impressive. All right, I'm using the side of my brush to kind of cheat and go faster. And that is working. So I'll do it again. Okay. That's looking good. Let's paint this dude here red. That's her tail. Now, the trick to this bronze is don't use that much copper, just a little bit as a highlight. The bronze is the main color and the copper is just the flourish. How's it going, Rubbish? I want to still call you Rubbish. I'll call you All Right Backside. It's not quite the same. But we all know that Rubbish is no longer a rubbish painter, so he can't be rubbish. He's all right. I'd say you're good, so. Let's see. Go ahead and paint this whole horn back here. There we go. By the way, Luminous, you know what's funny about me playing Skyrim is that I very rarely use those shout powers. And I know I should. I'm not very good at using them, and they don't seem that powerful. I've got like 1,000,000 dragon souls in my inventory, though, and I don't have, because I guess I haven't been doing the right quests, so I don't have as many powers as I probably could. Because I've kind of stalled. I haven't done any of the Dragonborn quests myself. Which is fine. Okay, good, good, good. Covering all that with the deep, rich color because it looks better. I think it looks better that way. Little secret, you don't let out much. Today's your birthday. Aww. Yay. Happy birthday. It is. I'm going to remember this. It's May. So you are a Taurus. That makes so much sense. Alrighty, there we go. I like that red behind her. It adds a little extra, right? Although we all know it's going to dry a little bit lighter, or it's not going to dry as red. For some reason, it dries lighter. Okay, did I get it all? I think I did. Most. Okay, now we're in a good spot now. I covered her toenails with the red. Now I can go over them again with the bronze. Which I like that. I like that natural things are all of a sudden metallic and that lends an alienness. See, and see, we can take the side of the brush and kind of blend that up. I do like that. Yeah. Thank you for following. Is it Kaladi? Kaladi567? I think that's how I say it. Watching the master work better than I could ever hope. Oh, that's not true at all, Madcap Miniatures. You just have a different skill set. Oh, you mean this is better than you with... Oh, that's good. Well, I'm glad that this is turning out better than you thought it would. I'll be honest, when you first sent me this miniature, the first thing I thought of was the Fire and Brimstone type. And I was kind of like, cliche, right? But when I found this particular scheme, I was like, oh, see, that could be cool on this model. Very cool. Painting her little dew claw talon things that she's got. There you go. I do see some places where I messed up. Get some in there. There's some brown in there. Boom. Cover it up. There. Yes, welcome, Kaladi. As it gets easier to brush this on as we get closer to the edge of the tail because there's less space in between each section. Okay, watch me with this tail here. I leave some of that in there. Leave some of the red. And it adds a shadow dimension to it. Okay, something else that should be happening today, and I don't know if it's gonna or not, but very soon I will be... Oh, did we talk about this? The Kingdom Death Bee, they announced it. Oh, they announced it after my stream. So, for those of you guys who don't know, Kingdom Death put it out there that they had 3 Titan bees that they wanted to have other people, tell them that they wanted this artist to paint them. And I was one of the artists that got chosen out of the world. I was really excited, but there were 5 bees and I was one of them. So I will be painting a Titan bee on stream. It's really exciting. I completely forgot to mention this on stream. But because they announced it after, and I knew that I was going to be chosen, but I couldn't tell you guys until after they announced it. So that's where, remember when they announced it on stream, and I was like, oh, look, there's a new Kingdom Death update. Let's see what it is. And then I was like, kind of like, oh, and I noticed they didn't say it. Yep, B for Shoshie. Exactly. And a lot of you guys helped and, tweeted and messaged Kingdom Death and let them know. And I really want to thank you for that because I'm so excited. It is going to be a really epic model. And I'm so glad I get the chance to paint it. All right, so do you see how I'm leaving that red there, but I'm painting this as the metal, and I think that looks really good like that. Yes. This side has the print marks on it. It's a little bit less. It's kind of soaking up the paint just a little bit. This right here is how the models used to be, and it used to be all textured like that. Okay. That looks really good like that, I think. And this side, I'm getting closer. Okay, now when we paint the copper, we're going to only paint the copper where the light is. This is going to be crucial. We need puns for when you start painting it. That's true, you do. Congratulations. Thank you. Pretty awesome that you get to paint that horrifying bee creature. Thank you, Thrash. I'm super excited. Don't be ridiculous. She'll be buzzing when it turns up. I will be buzzing. I know. Ravage is like, oh God. Okay, so watch wherever the light from my overhead is hitting this model, that is where we put a little bit of copper. Right? And that's going to make it really look like true metallic metal. I'm already working. So over here, this is more in shadow. Oh, I didn't get all that painted, so we're going to leave that alone. Ooh, I found a little spot I messed up. Get back in there with the brown. Color it up. Yeah, it works. You can go back over it with the green too, a little bit. Sort of fixed it. There we go. All right, where's the copper? A little bit of copper on the edge of that knee. I'm going to be a little bit more generous with it on these claws because I want those to look a lot shinier. See? All right, now, again, on these, again, only on the sides. Blend it in. See where there's a bend? That makes it pop. All right, let me look at chat. Sweet as a nut. To be or not to be? Ugh. I know. That's a cute, you've got a bee emote? That's adorable. Putting a little bit more copper on her head there to draw your face back to that. We really didn't use very many colors, did we? But look at how boss she looks. It's looking good. Okay. Again, I'm using more copper on the claws because I want those to be a lot shinier. And on this piece. Yes. Okay, here's another example of just painting that highlight on the shiniest part. Oh, that looks really good. This is the tricky part. Oh, you know what? I didn't even have any metallic up here in the top. That's probably, oh yes I did. Maybe just a little bit. Not on this side though. Go back with the copper. Is everybody enjoying this model? Let me see some emotes if you like it. Everybody's lurking. Everybody's working on stuff. I need some feedback. All right, this already has the brown on it, so we can just kind of overbrush the copper down the back of her horns here. That looks good. Oh, and her booty, we didn't do anything on that either. There we go. See, polish that up. Yay, emotes. Good. Elegant, precise technique. Thank you. Well, like I said, we wanted to do this in a way that would look cool, but also be pretty easy. And so I showed you guys my full process of how I picked out my, see there's a little blotch right here. I don't know if I can match it. I'll try. Nope. Okay, we can blend it in though. There. Sometimes you make a mistake, you make it look like you did it on purpose. There. All right, the skull is left, and I think we talked about how we were going to add some of this smoky kind of color. Let's just try some of this. See what happens. This is all dried out already. There we go. We're going to take the fluoro, a little bit of that gray and fluoro, maybe a little bit of this yellow. There we go. All right, I'm going to try to paint this skull so that it looks like it's kind of a glowing skull. Try is the operative word. It's getting there. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit more fluoro, a little bit more white. See if I can get it to get a little bit more of a glow. Kind of cool. And I'm adding some of that green in there. Blend it. That's not bad. I feel like it needs something, maybe the fluoro in the eyes, maybe? Let's try it. Ooh, I kind of like that. I'm gonna have to touch that up, but I think that might be cool. We'll add a little white in there. If I can get white to stay on my brush. Okay, I don't love it, but I'm not hating it either. Now I'm giving it kind of a little bit of a, ooh, I kind of like that with the white on top of it. Now it's intense. Oh, we're going to play more Japanese metal. We played that earlier, but that's cool. Yes. Hold on a second. I'm going to put that on. Oh, we're playing Japanese metal as we speak, so let's play this one. It's funny. Oh, size brush. Today, this one is a 1, but it's a, you can't really go by brush sizes, you know, because every brush company makes a different kind. Let me show you why you can't go by brush sizes. This is a 2 in Raphael 8408. Okay? Wait, let me find a 1 and a 1. That might be easier. If I can find a 1 and a 1. Okay. So, this is a 1 in a Winsor Newton. And this, let me get this wet. This is a 1 in a different brush. Right? This is a 1 in a completely different brush. Look at the difference. This would be a 2 in this size, right? In this brand. What the better question is what is the, show me the tip of the brush so I can see how big it is. It just popped in. Oh, just popped up? That's funny. Cool. How are you doing, Strange? How are you doing, Kefa? Never blue, dude. Oh, that's always going to make me laugh. Okay, I'm going to take black because I don't like how these eyeballs started out. They don't look right to me. I'm going to blacken them out. Yeah, that actually looks cooler. Maybe? Okay. I need to paint in the tiny little details of these teeth. The teeth didn't print out the greatest. There you go. That's cool. That works for me. There we go. Let's take this black now, and we're going to dark line in some of the spots where it maybe needs like a little bit of a heavier line. And maybe it will make everything pop. That's my goal. Separating things. Yeah, that actually looks good. Good, doing research before attempting first ever mini paint. Oh, that's a good idea. Are you getting paid, Lamunas? Good, I'm so glad that you're comfortable at home. I've actually been comfortable at home as well. I'm pretty happy. Mike's home, so then I actually get more interaction than I did before, which is funny. All right, real quick, I'm going to do a little drop shadow right here. We kind of already have one, but a little bit more of one. There. Oh my gosh, that really added some depth though to those fingers. Boom. Now I feel like I need to add a little bit of this fluoro peach somewhere else. I'm just really curious what happens when I add it. That works too. Now we have to glaze it with the green again. Oh, that worked actually really well. Boom. Now she looks mean. That's good. She is a demon. She should look mean. Oh, I love her. She has your skull in her hand. Let's get the talons. Like I said, I want those to be more copper. There we go. We're very close to being done with her. When I get off stream, I'm gonna have to do some more touch-ups, but not a lot. Let's take a look at her base while we're still on stream. I have it somewhere here. Let me look what I do with it. There it is. It fell off. Yo, this mini is dope. Where can you get it? Crawfather. It is dope. It is a really dope mini. And you can get it at madcapminiatures.com. There you go. And Demoness has the link. All right, let's see. I think invading. We have on this model, we've got lots of browns and taupes, and I think I can mix that actually with, I need a like a dry brush kind of yes, this is an actual dry brush from Citadel. So I'm going to take this gray. I had this gray plus this orange to make a desaturated tan, and then a little bit of this burgundy to make it even more tan. And we've got the brown in the middle there. That's gonna work. Okay. Let's see if we can make some flagstones. I think I'll end up having to go over this a little bit with you'll see. I'm gonna have to repaint some of it. Okay. This is definitely one I probably would have preferred to airbrush, but that's okay. All right. Oh, you know what? He was thinking fire and brimstone, but we made it into, we can still do fire and brimstone. We can. Let's see. Yes, we can. That's where her feet are going to go. So let's first of all, let's go back to fire and brimstone. Let's start with this. Let's go back to burgundy instead. Jim Clark followed. I missed that. Thank you for the follow thing. Let's see if I missed any other follows real quick. Nope, I think we're good. Good. Small community, best community. Ha ha ha. Yes. Okay. All right, that needs to be, paint on your thumbnail is much prettier than mine. These are actually nail art stickers. They work really well. Okay, so let's see. We're gonna start out, we should have done all red. I need to look at a lava reference real quick. Hold on, let me see. Remember what I told you guys? Always get references. Don't try to make it up, especially if you're live. Lava. Painting miniature. I'm just gonna look at somebody else's lava. That'll help me. All right, images. There we go. Oh, that looks good. Yas. Okay. So I'm guessing this is still sort of fire and brimstone. It will go with this palette really well. I'm gonna have to change things though again. Let's see. I need a kind of stiffer brush this time. Let's go with this. This is a flat. And I'm gonna use this dark brown that we started with here. Yeah, that'll work. We can add some green to it. We added green to it earlier and it made it beautiful. Plus it will contrast. You're probably going, what are you adding green? What? You'll see. We did it earlier. There's the green. Just a drop. It might be too green now because it might be too much. There we go. Beautiful. And it turns brown. It just takes out some of the red that was in it. And first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go back over this again with a flat brush so it's super fast so you don't get bored of me doing this for the third time. Okay. Okay. Ready. Next, we're going to put in, it looks like maybe, probably need to let that dry first. Probably. Let me see. Green lava, best lava. Yeah. Aw, thanks for the host. Areas where lava pools higher. Areas are darker. Right, exactly. So this has to dry. And let me go ahead and dry this off with my hairdryer. I will mute myself so you don't have to hear the hairdryer. Give me a second here. There we go. All right, now we're unmuted. There we go. Yeah, I do have a lot of paints. That is, we just talked about it. That's not even a fraction of the paints that I have because I have all the paints that are in front of me that I'm using to paint on stream. Like, I don't even really use those. And then I have 2 big tubs of paint that I no longer use as well. All right, there's the start of the base. And again, I want to kind of dry brush this in. So let me look at my reference real quick to try to break it down. All right, I'm going to put in white in between first. Some of these parts I might have to come back in and fix. You know what? That brush isn't going to work either. And the white is already drying out of my palette. There we go. Let's put a lot more. And we're going to use a smaller brush. This flat one might work. No, I don't want to do that. I'll use this one. That'll work. And I'm starting with white for a reason. Is because I'm going to be putting all these really hot colors on the top. And I want to be able to have them show up against this dark color. If I use a dark color, then it will take me forever to do that. See, it's already wet right there, so that's, I'm going to avoid that. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna work. I'm gonna go back over here, fix that. Now I'm gonna go clean up the areas where I got too much white on top. And notice that I went up on the edges of the rocks, and that's okay because there's technically going to be some OSL going on part of it, or it could be even lava coming up on it, right? This might end up, ooh, I don't want to do that. I want to do black over there. There we go. I'm going to put more black on my palette. There we go. All right, let me check chat. Hi, Bug King. Hello. Hopefully your package has arrived soon. It's not come yet. Let's make the edge of this base black. And even too. I want to make it even. So it feels like a frame. Okay. Yeah, I like it. Okay. Let me put this against the hairdryer. Have a great night, Rumble. Bug King says, hey, I just went through Florida unemployment application again. Maybe this time it will stick. All right, good luck. That I hope it does. All right, I'm going to put my lab mic muted. Hold on one second. All right, you're just in time now to see us paint some lava. Any tips for freehand stuff? Yes. First of all, try drawing it on paper first. Draw it on paper with a little pencil or micro pencil. Get your head, sorted on how you want it to look. Then paint over what you drew to see if you can, get the muscle memory down. Paint it on paper first, and then work it all out with flat, and then you're going to want to transfer it to, ooh, big yawn, transfer it to your model. But always put a black background on it with a, you know, make sure there's a tiny thin outline of black, because it will look, it'll stand out better. There's lots of different techniques for, different techniques for freehand. My technique is to draw. Not everyone can draw. Some people have to kind of use a little stencil. Some people can copy directly. They can look at something and copy it, but they have to be looking at it. And some people are just naturally good at it. I'm not. I'm one of the kinds, I mean, I can draw, but I usually have to have some kind of reference. Your base senses were tingling. How are you, Silvernail? All right, let's go back to the lava. This is the model that we have painted for the base. She is a Demoness, I don't know. And I can't decide. I think, yes, her foot will be over here. I think I'm gonna, part of me wants to dry brush. Ah! Oh no, I hate that when that happens. Don't you hate? Let's see if I can get that brush clean. Man. All right, good. Let's see. So I'm going to add a little bit of this peach to that, so that's lighter. And I'm going to dry brush these skulls. Just trying to get back on speaking terms with life. Oh, did you have the thing? Did you have the, oh man. All right, so yes, dry brush is working. I'm just softly dry brushing these skulls in little circles so that it pops out in a brown color to start, and then I'll gradually build that up with that peach color, right? Okay, now pick out the little details. Let's see, what have I got on my palette that I can use? I need more orange and white. That works. And a little bit of that gray to kind of dull that down. Valanda the Red, thank you for the raid. Welcome everybody. You guys have missed it. We just finished painting this awesome demon, but you're just in time. We're making a lava base. Whee! Hi, Valandar. Somehow I see your wee up there, but then chat just blurped a little bit. I missed it on there. Royal Miniatures, thank you. Nice. Her front leg dew claw should rest on the divot. Yes, I saw that. There's a little divot right there. Front leg dew claw. So there is a divot. Wait. Front leg dig it. Wait, let me see. Her front leg dew claw should rest on the divot of the middlemost skull pile. I'm guessing like that. No. It seems like that. Key lime, what is everybody doing? Everybody's rating. Hi, Key Lime Prime. Let me give. Yep, like that. Okay, perfect. So I did it right. I know there's some raids. Welcome, Royal Miniatures. Thank you for the follow. There, that looks good. Actually, I like that. Brain hurty. Take some naproxen. Getting food. Okay, go get brain food. Go get the hi key lime. We're good. We're painting. We painted a demon lady, and now we are trying to get together her lava base. Gonna pull out some highlights on these skulls. This is from the company Madcap Miniatures, and he is a 3D digital sculptor and has a Patreon and a website, so if you're welcome to check that out if you desire. And he's got some free STL files if you are a 3D printer. I think Silvernail 3D prints, so she might find something on there. And what else? Also, he's available for commissions. If you want to have your own mini made, that would be kind of cool. All right, that looks good and it's creepy and I like it. And there's another one over here I missed. I think this is a horse skull over here. Yep. Half of one. That's a long femur. Okay, let's do the lava part. Wow, hype. What happened? Did we get another raid? Soulway Studios. Everybody's ending their streams right now. This is funny. Hey guys, welcome to the stream. We're painting a Demoness and a base for Madcap Minis with Monument Paints, exactly. Vast Soulway Studios. Bloodwing Design, thank you for the follow. Also, Bun Bob Ventures, thank you for the follow. I missed that. Did I miss anybody else? Strange 1979, I missed that. Has anybody taken a stretch break in a minute? Yeah, okay, so we're gonna do this. This is lava. I need to look at, finally tried some of your Monovit paints and they're really nice. They do cover well. I really like them. That's why they're one of my sponsors. All right, I'm gonna look at this now. I'm gonna start with yellow. Even though I have no yellow, actually, because I have no yellow in my, I have this light yellow, that's all I have. I'm gonna start with that. I'm doing a low limited palette, so this is not the only way to be painting lava. This is just the way we're doing it for this particular base because this is the yellow that I have. I don't have a bright yellow on my base because it will clash a lot with the painting. But this yellow is working, and because we have the white, the reason why we have the white on here is because if we used a dark color, it wouldn't show up and it would take forever to cover. Although this does have really good coverage, as Sneaky said. It's really nice. Okay, we got that first bit of yellow down. And then I'm going to take some of this orange and I'm going to, while it's still wet, I don't know if that's going to work. Probably want to get some other, yeah, I don't want to do this while this is wet actually, because it's a pastel and it won't work right. So we have to wait and we have to dry it. So we'll work on these rocks instead. I mixed a little bit of gray, a little bit of orange. And that's how we're getting this tan colored for the bones. although it's a little on the chalky side now that I'm looking at it. So I'm going to go back in with a little Lamia medium. See if I can't smooth that out some. Lamia medium is going to make things a little bit more satin. It's going to dry softer. Plus skulls, they don't have to be that white anyway. Okay, that's so much better. I'm still streaming. All right, this is drying pretty fast because it's a light color. Real quick, I'm gonna go check the stream. You like the skulls? Okay, so I'm gonna dry this with a hairdryer real quick, and then we're gonna use some transparents. We've got transparent orange, we've got transparent yellow, and you would probably be able to use inks as well. We've got some red. I think we'll use red and brown as a burgundy. We'll mix those together to make a burgundy. But that will be the start. And Valandar says, if you came in on a raid, then please remember to remove the refer equals raid and refresh the page. It does not count. I appreciate that. I'm already partnered, so I don't really need the viewers. But I do want people to get in the habit of that, because there's other people out there that do want to be partnered. And that's just a good habit to be in. Yeah, the brushes are nice. The brushes are nice. I recently started using the Monument brushes, and I'm going to continue to buy some. All right, let me switch here. We're going to mute, and I'm going to hair dry this base. Hold on one second. Where's mine? There it is. Okay. All right, we're back. Hey, Trader Legions, how's it going? Yay, it's good to see you. All right, let's take a look at this base again. Let's go with yellow first. I was wrong about the first yellow, because I think we do need it to be saturated, because it's lava. I don't think a desaturated lava is going to work for me. Okay, we're going to do, yes, that's nice and bright. Ooh, it's so bright you can't even see it on my stream because it's blitzing out on my camera. Once we add the orange in there, it's going to look good. You're doing all right. I'm going to take a break from painting. There we go. You guys, if you haven't tried these transparent paints, they are awesome. There we go. We got some of that orange mixing in. When we put the other orange in here, it's going to look amazing. Now, this is really bright. Oh my goodness. Let's do, I'm going to try a little orange first. Let's do it on the sides of our lava. Yeah, I do like that. And put a little bit of fluoro in there too. Nope, fluoro is not the right orange. It's a little too, there's some little bit of pastel in it that doesn't quite work. The closer you get to the rocks, the darker it gets, right? Let's get some of this transparent out. This will be really saturated. So you just want a little bit. Yes. And add a little water to that so that it runs faster. Back to my yellow. Oh yeah, When I mix the yellow and the orange, I get a really nice color there. Is it starting to look like lava? Yes. Especially the yellow and the orange mixed together. Looks pretty good. That's fire. If you see me going up on the top of the base, don't worry, I'm gonna work on that. A little bit of regular orange. Woo! Rushy, rushy. Okay. So we've got some variation. We've got some more yellow, and that's perfect. Last, we're going to mix these two together to get a burgundy, because it won't really, I don't think it'll really have a straight up red. So a little bit of red, a little bit of brown, more brown than red, I think. Yeah, 2 drops of red, 2 drops of brown, and 1 drop of red. Yes, and that made a really gorgeous blood colored red. I might even add a little bit of black to that, just a smidge. Yep, there we go. There's our burgundy. And this is going to go all around the edges. And I think ideally it would be probably wet, not wet. But I'm starting out wet, and then it'll we need to do something about that. Let's add a little bit of orange to that. Let me know if you have some questions or if you have some answers. Ooh, I do like that. That is working. I add a little bit more red this time. Now it's feeling more like lava. She will look ridiculous good on the base. No comment. I followed after I seen you paint that Percival model on YouTube. Percival, yeah, that was a while ago. I'm glad you saw that, Falling Lotus. I think Shosh was selected. I was selected to do the Titan B, and I'm super excited about it. You can't even know how excited I am. See where things are a little bit closer? I'm going to put a little bit more of that red in here. Starting to look like lava. Get some more brown. Now I'm trying to blend things a little bit better. Just a little bit. I want that impression of the lava to be first, and then I can tighten up the painting once I feel like it really feels more like lava. Does that make sense? That's looking good. Now I think we do need straight up brown. Just the brown. Where's my brown? There it is. Actually, yeah, let's shake that. And here you thought lava couldn't look any better? Well, we're working on it. Let's go back over with our yellow again. See if I can blend that in some more. Yes, I can. I love transparents. That does feel good. That feels like lava to me. It's getting there anyway, right? Now, the hottest part of lava. So we can put a little bit of white in here. Oh, it needs to be dry. This is where it's going to be the hottest, is toward the center of this particular base. And what we'll do is we'll go back over it. I should have let it dry more. Okay. Once that gets a little dried up, we can go back over it with a little bit of yellow. I think it's looking like lava. Huh. Good. Okay, let's let this dry. I want to show you something that is kind of cool. Where is my Bondic? Let's do this. We're going to use a little bit of Bondic and create a bubble right here. Oop, there we go. Another one right here. And then we're going to cure it with our UV light. Bondic is life! Right there. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000. You must not have seen her KDM Aries night. Oh yeah, that one was a good one. So this is going to cure. And then we can paint on it now. So now it's actually a raised bubble instead of a popped bubble. Did I mention that I ordered a full set of oil-based primaries, white, black, and raw umber, and yellow ochre? No, you didn't. That is really cool. All right, what are we going to color this with? Let's do white first. I like that. Okay. Once that dries, we'll go back over. So we can clean up now. We're going to use some of this brown over here. Yeah, on all the edges. So it looks like it's cooled. I need a little black. It's a little bit too brown. How's it going? Did you order food?
No.
Oh. I don't know who that was at the door.
Nobody at the door.
Oh. There we go.
Are you done streaming?
Nope. Ah, that is what did it. Yes. So we use black and brown to bring up those colors there. Yeah, that's looking good. I do think it needed that pop. Shoshie is doing sorcery. That's funny. Not quite, but you got several mediums as well as a full set of synthetic brushes. Good. Synthetic is what you need. Hi, Rob Jedi. You just turned on. You're doing sorcery with blue lights. We're doing sorcery with lava. Magma. Red hot magma. What is that from? Somebody knows. My husband always quotes that magma. You can tell I'm in the zone a little bit, so I'm sorry if I'm not as chatty, but we're going to get something good out of this, though. Yes. Okay, I think this might be the last rock. And what I did was I mixed that brown with the black, and it kind of has a red tint to it, so it works really well. Let's fix up this bit. Okay, now back to those bubbles. We can take some of this yellow and just go over the top of that. Go in the yellow, some of this, where I had some of the white. So I'm going back over the white with the yellow. It's still not dry. There we go. That works. I like this kind of, it looks like it's flowing. So it's a little, watery looking. Let's see how she looks on top. Oh yeah, that looks boss. I think the last thing, yeah, I love it. I don't even think I'm going to do any more highlighting on these skulls because it might actually take away from her face and everything. I don't know. What do you think? Bug King, do you think any highlighting on these little skulls? Let's take a look at her, how she's going to sit. She looks awesome. Can you imagine putting that down on your D&D table? That'd be awesome. Let's fix up the base a little bit on the sides. Just get rid of some of the unevenness because I did get some red paint on it and it does show a little bit. There we go. Okay, let's let that dry. That's a nice base. You think more than enough? Thank you for following Superfly C. I think adding a bit of OSL on her would be a good idea to tie in the base. Yes, but it is that time, so we will probably not do that tonight. But maybe another stream. You like the gloss on its armor? Yeah. That just kind of happened, and some of that is the metallic paint that did that. All right, I'm going to post pictures of her on my social media, so take a look at that. If you're following me, I'm at Shoshie's Minis on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook, so you can follow me on all those channels. And yeah, Funky Demon Lady, exactly. This is from Madcap Miniatures, and you can get other models from them. We've got some other models that I'm going to probably paint. We've got this awesome succubus. We're going to paint her at some point, probably. And then they've also got this cool looking dwarf. And these two we may auction away because those were given to me. So we can do whatever we want with those. So those might go into the blind auction. Controlling luster with TMM is a real challenge. Yeah, I don't mind the luster. I think it looks fine. All right, let's take a look and see who is out there. Hold on a second. Okay, let's see. I see some people I'm interested in. Melindy. Melindy is on. Kalini I haven't seen in a while. Let's see. Let's do Melindy. And let's go ahead and go into our end channel. Remember, I will be back on Wednesday, GMT minus 6, 2:30 to 4:30. Sorry, 2:30 to 5:30, GMT minus 6. And I also am on Friday for the same time. There we go. All right, let's see. It's too late. You can share whips on Friday. We do whip trips on Friday. Absolutely. Come back on Friday and everybody gets to share whips. So that's our day to do that. But I will, let's see. Let's go ahead and raid. She's not even in the top pick. That's where we're going to pick her because she needs the boost. Let's give Nalindy, if I spell it right. There she is. Let's give her a nice hello, and I will see you guys on Wednesday. All right, punch that raid button, join the raid, and we'll all go over and say hello and give mad love to Nalindy. And again, thank you guys all for tuning in. Thank everybody who did all those raids. I really appreciate that as well. And we'll see you again on Wednesday. Bye, guys.
You can do it right. Sure she can. And tomorrow